You're listening to the Productive, Not Busy podcast, where we show you how to do life and business confident, focused, and with a plan so that you can make more money. Have more free time and less stress. Your host, Wayne Withersby, will uncover actionable hacks, strategies, tips, and insights you can use today to live a better, more productive life. It's time to boost your mindset, confidence, and your attitude. Here's your host, Coach Wayne.
Welcome back to part 2, the pursuit of happiness. Creating a life that supports happiness is important. Probably really important. Probably one of the most important things that you can do for your health and the health of people around you. You don't need to do great things to be happy. However, the way you spend your average day can have a lot of influence over your happiness. Creating a life that supports happiness is important. It provides the necessary foundation for everything else you do. See, use these strategies to create a life that supports your happiness. Number one, you got to acquire the resources you need. It's easier to attain and maintain a state of happiness if you have sufficient resources. What is that? Well, it's financial resources. Ensure that you have a sufficient amount of income to pay your bills, satisfy your needs. Have social resources. Have enough friends that you can get out of the house and spend some time with others at least a couple of times a week. Have someone to share a meaningful conversation with. Goes a long way. Time resources are another. Without enough free time, it's impossible to get a break, engage in a hobby, or make use of your social resources, okay? Next, you can find a career that you really enjoy. It's called work for a reason. So it might be too much of a demand, on you to love each and every day that you're doing it. On the other hand, if you despise your job, you're going to be unhappy most of the time. And most of the people around you are going to be unhappy as well. How much money do you need? You might find a more enjoyable career that pays a little less. What kind of work interests you? How much money do you need? Ask all those questions. Is a problem your career or your company or your boss? Perhaps you can keep your career but acquire new surroundings. There's the thought. Got to choose the people in your world and in your orbit wisely also. The right spouse can be a godsend. The wrong spouse can be your worst nightmare. To a lesser extent, your boss, your coworkers, even your friends can either have a positive or a negative effect and influence on your daily life. It can be uncomfortable to remove people from your life, but sometimes it's the only solution. Be proactive. Life is more enjoyable when you have a feeling of control. Have a plan for each day. Get your work done on time. Plan ahead. Start saving for Christmas during the summer. Do your taxes a month ahead of time. Get your automobile tires, replaced before they go bald and leave you stranded on the side of the road. Avoid living a life that's reactive. The common hassles in life are predictable. Take care of them before you're forced to, right? I have a series that I talk about constants and variables. Take a look at your life. What's constant in your life? And then what are the variables? Weather, economy, war, sickness, right? Stuff you can't do anything about, but you can plan in the event that they happen. Take care of your health. That's another one. Speaking of which, it's not easy to be happy when you're in the hospital. Make your health a priority. It could be argued that your health should be your number one priority. So get regular exercise, improve your fitness and appearance. It makes you feel better about yourself. And more importantly, you feel better about how you look. So exercise can be a double-pronged, bonus. It uplifts your mood. It makes you look better, gives you more confidence. Many physical conditions can also affect your emotional health. Think about that. like a heart disease is a common form of direction towards depression. These are the basics that provide the framework for a happy life. Without these components now, happiness will be elusive, I promise. Spend some time ensuring that you've satisfied the items on your important list, because that allows you to create a mind that supports happiness. It's not only your environment and career that determine how happy you will be, but also the activity between your ears. Fortunately, this aspect of happiness is 100% under your control. You need no one or anybody or anything else to take control of what you think. Control your thoughts, and you can control your happiness. Done. It starts with positive thoughts. Your thoughts are completely under your control. Some of these circumstances are distracting enough that you feel like you don't have control, but you can consciously choose which thoughts are running through your mind. So monitor them, monitor your thoughts. Notice when you have a thought that isn't positive. Ask yourself if that thought is detrimental to your attitude and emotions at that moment. And if so, freaking change it. Choose a more supportive thought. Avoid underestimating the power of self talk. I get people that roll their eyes at me about this. You could have a constant companion that criticizes you and attacks your dreams all day long. On the other hand, your constant companion could instead uplift you and cheer you on all day. It's your choice. So, which companion do you want to hang out with? So, examine your beliefs. Do you believe that you can't be happy until you're making at least six figures? Do you believe that someone like you will never find love? Do you think that someone with your educational background is limited? Do you believe that it's too late for X, Y, Z, whatever? Limiting and negating beliefs are like roadblocks, except they only reside in your mind. Nobody else can see them. So examine your beliefs and challenge those that don't serve you. Unplug the bad ones and install new beliefs. Repeat them to yourself every day. Find evidence that supports them and be persistent until they become second nature. You got to focus on mindfulness. Mindfulness is like a wonder drug for your emotional self. It's being used to treat a wide variety of mental health issues, believe it or not, including many that are quite severe. It has to be done. It's shown to have significant physical health benefits, and it also enhances happiness. Okay, so I looked this up. The dictionary defines mindfulness as a mental state achieved by focusing one's awareness on the present moment while calmly acknowledging and accepting one's feelings, thoughts, and bodily sensations, used as a therapeutic technique. In other words, keep your mind on your current task, and when thoughts arise, notice them without becoming involved in them. So imagine you're working in the garden, okay? You're paying attention to your weed pulling activities when you suddenly realize you're thinking about the fact that your mother in law will be arriving in the morning. As you don't care for her so much, this causes feelings of dread and resentment. See, the common response is to engage with your thoughts here. You might relive your last argument with her or ask yourself why your spouse forces you to put up with her. You start imagining how awful the weekend is going to be. If you're mindful about it, you'll avoid all of that crap. Simply notice the physical sensations that are occurring when you remember that your mother-in-law is coming to town. You might notice that your neck is tight or your stomach's upset. You might have some pain in your head, right? Stay with those physical sensations until they subside. Then return your attention to pulling weeds. You're not avoiding the thought, you're just not engaging with it. Something else needs to be done. By all means, freaking do it. But do it without the burden of negative emotions. See, studies have shown that people are happier when they believe they are needed and are contributing to the world in some way. You don't have to be a freaking pediatric heart surgeon to be relevant. You can help an old lady across the street or volunteer for the Special Olympics, Meals on Wheels, something. What do you do to consider important or meaningful? Just get involved. Visit websites, look for volunteer opportunities. That's all on you. So let's go. If you're 53 and you work in a factory, it's time to let go of your childhood dream to be a freaking NFL football player. It's also time to let go of your ex-girlfriend that you broke up with 10 years ago. While you're at it, let go of the fact that your dad was a lousy parent. You might even let go of the disagreement you had with your coworker last night. See, it's easy. Letting go isn't just for things in the past. You can spend too much time worrying about future events also. So let go of those. Let them out. Let them fly. The simplest way to let go is to just breathe and relax. Stay with the feelings until they subside. You might have to do it 10, 15, 20, 30 times, but the process is going to work. Mindfulness is the best defense. So you got to plan a future that excites you, man, woman. It's important to have something to look forward to. If you want to be happy, make plans to be happy. Set goals and expectations to be happy. Then you can believe that you'll actually achieve your visions in the future. Go ahead and visualize your success every day. It's okay. Plan on an adventure. Take a trip. Sign up for classes or lessons or something for a new skill that interests you. Take responsibility. Remember, it's your responsibility, not mine, that you're happy. While it can feel comforting to blame others, I'm telling you, it's a trap. When someone else is responsible, you give yourself permission to sit back and be inactive. Give up your power when you make someone else responsible. When you're responsible, you have the power to change. Feeling that you have control over your life is a pivotal moment to achieve happiness. So be gracious. The more thankful you are, the happier you're going to feel. Keep gratitude journals, gratitude lists, make gratitude calls, send gratitude texts. Not an easy list of items to accomplish, but they have a powerful effect on the amount of happiness that you'll feel. These items are really skills that can greatly increase your happiness, even as you cultivate and develop them. So I'm going to finish with this. All people are striving for happiness. Everyone. It's the fundamental drive of all of us as humans. Whether someone is chasing their first $1 million or building an orphanage or working diligently to increase the size of their biceps, okay? The motivation is the same. It makes them happy. It's important to define what happiness means to you, though. Otherwise, you may find yourself chasing someone else's idea of happiness and what it takes to be happy. Take the time to think about it. Your environment can influence what you believe in, required to be happy. Rise above the tendency and decide for yourself. Start by removing the things in your life that are making you freaking miserable. Clean the house, right? Clean the house. Clean house with people in your life. Build a supportive social circle. Generate sufficient income to take care of your basic necessities in life. Build a life that supports happiness by defining and finding work that works related to your desires. Be proactive and avoid unnecessarily challenges and manage your health. Okay. And lastly, work on your mind. Your beliefs, thoughts, and attitudes can impact your happiness. Take control of your mind and make it work for you. Failing to take control will result in your mind working against you. Control your thoughts and build a future that fills you with enthusiasm. And remember that everyone around you is just trying to be happy. Be compassionate with them and yourself. Hope you guys have a great day. Be safe. Take care. Sell a bunch. Find somebody and say something nice.
You've been listening to the Productive Not Busy podcast with Coach Wayne. Join us next time for more money-making strategies to help you have less stress and more free time. Follow us on Facebook at Productive Not Busy, on Instagram at frontline.coach.wayne, and on Twitter at Wayne New Jr. And remember, be productive, not busy.